I was bedbound for 364 days. 364 days. And this is that story. There's a lot of things to cover in my story, like how I became bedbound, how got off of bedbound, all the assistance I got from, at-home care health, all the assistance I got from learning how to go to the gym and learning the machines and learning how to walk again because I didn't know how to walk after that 364 days. Just the struggle it was just to do basic stuff. Like even now, I lost 174 pounds and I still have a hard time doing basic stuff. And by the way, I'm down 174 pounds. So my highest recorded weight, which I assume I was bigger than it, I may have been the same, but my highest recorded weight was 674 pounds. I am now 500. And I realized weight loss is not just one dimension. It is not, you're just losing weight, go on a calorie deficit, or do this diet, do that diet, do this, and that's it. No, it's so much more than that. So much more. It's your mental health. It's your physical health. The way you see things. It's the way you eat. It's the way you prepare your food. It's your daily regiments that are going to change your entire life. My bedbound era. The time I was bedbound for 364 days. Now, how did it all get started? So, growing up, as my whole adulthood, I've always had gout. Follow everything that I can so my gout does not act up. I do my best not to eat as much red meat. I don't drink beer. I don't, there's so many more things. Seafood. There's different ways you prep your food. Like, there's so many things that can make your gout act up. And I follow those all the time as best as I can. But I love my hamburgers. I love seafood. but you have to stay away from it if you want your gout to be good. My whole entire adulthood, always gout. Every year, every 7, 8, 9 months, my gout flares up. That brings us to the first problem. Gout. My clinic I went to treated me for gout for so long. I know what gout feels like. I know exactly what it feels like. It's pain it's just a lot of pain. Okay, so this pain was different. So gout, my pain I'm feeling. So gout is usually in my big toe. So like this is my foot. My big toe, it's right under it all the time. It's never veered away. I know, I understand. And gout can be literally anywhere, in your ankles, in your knees, but it's primarily in your big foot. I've never had it act up anywhere. And it's, like say this is your foot, this is the arc of the foot. My pain is all right here, like the whole entire part, top part of your foot, and it's the whole entire top part of my foot. I was telling them that. They're like, oh no, let's try a different gout medicine since your gout medicine's not working. A week later, let's try this gout medicine since that one's not working. Okay, let's try this gout medicine since it's not working. And every single time we talked with them, they said, just act like it's a sprained ankle, stay off of it, we don't want you to hurt it. I did exactly what they said. In bed, foot elevated, watched TV shows, all these different TV shows, all these different movies, played video games, yada yada yada, because I was bored, I was laying in bed. And one of the things that gets me is that, you get these kids who say they want to play video games 24/7. I was there when I was bedbound. I literally played video games all the time. I played video games while I had my TV show on the laptop. I played video games 10 to 16 hours a day just because there was nothing to do. It was cool for the first month. Second month I was like, ugh. Third month I was, ugh. Fourth month I was, ugh. Fifth month, sixth month, seventh month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month, 11th month, 12th month. It gets boring and repetitive. I played an MMORPG called ESO. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Elder Scrolls Online. I was a boss at it. I was amazing. The time it took people 4 or 5 years to get to a certain level, I did it in a few months because that's literally all I did was play that game. I made some amazing friends on ESO, what's up, DMP? The Mountain Pot is a guild. They're far more than just a guild on ESO. They're on other games, but they're not just on game guild. This is in real life friends. These are in life real people who support me, who've been there since I was bedbound, and I don't believe they knew I was bedbound until I started making videos about it. because I was always there. I was in literally in every group chat. I was there talking to them. I was there helping them out. We farmed stuff. We hunted dungeons. We did trials. We did literally everything and anything you could think of on the game. We did it together. I had fun. It was a blast. What's up, Shane? What's up, Brett? Kyleni? What's up, Darren? Connor? Like, there's so many of you. I'm not going to sit here and name every single one of you. But hi to everyone in DMP. I love you guys. You're amazing. You guys helped me not lose my mind while I was bedbound. Spoil alert, it was not gout. So my foot, the entire top part of my foot, all the way to the bottom, like literally straight through, the entire foot under my toes was aching. Never felt this kind of pain before. It was excruciating pain anytime I put pressure on it at all, like anything. Like literally my wife would walk by, scrape her shirt along my foot, and excruciating pain. It was that bad. The pain was so bad I couldn't even go into the doctor's office. I didn't know what to do, so we ended up calling them every single time saying, hey, is there any way you could bring someone in our house, check me out, check out my foot? Is there any kind of process that we could do to make this happen? No, we don't have policies for that. You have to come in. We've been told you're just being lazy. You don't want to come in. Stop acting like this. Just come in. Don't be like this. We're doing what we can. Just come in. When I literally can't walk, I can't take a step, I can't put any kind of pressure on it. And it was bad, like extremely bad. Oh, let's just up your medicine. Let's just do this. And they didn't even want to look at it. So after months of talking with them, after months of telling them how my pain is, they just follow up with the same thing. We have no procedures for at-home stuff. And I asked, can we talk to somebody who does? Is there any way we could get someone in here? Is there any way somebody can come in and check me out? And finally, I believe it was 7 months or 6 months, someone finally came in. I was able to sit up for the meeting, but for like 20 seconds because my pain was so hurt. To like even like put it on the ground, it hurt so bad. I couldn't touch anything. That's how bad it was. And they looked at me, and the first thing they said was, we apologize. We didn't understand how much pain you was in. When we was literally on the phone every single day trying to get them to listen. Got in-home care provided, and then a week or two into it, my pain just skyrocketed. One day it just shot up to a 10. We had to call 911. We had to explain to them, I'm a big guy and we're probably going to need more assistance. The fire department, the ambulance. Here's the embarrassing part for me. This is my aha moment. My reason why. My reason my life started turning around. You'd think being bedbound for months on end would change you. You'd think that being in the same 10 by 10 room would change you. It didn't for me. It was the calling 911. Seeing 6 grown men have to put me on a tarp. From the tarp into the ambulance. I can't even fit on one of their gurneys. And they had to take the gurney out, put it in the other ambulance. They both went. I had to lay on the ground of the ambulance. And it was extremely embarrassing. That was my turning point of, we need to start changing, or I'm not gonna see tomorrow. I'm not gonna see another week or another month or another year. They finally get to the weight. They ask me, do you know how much you weigh? I replied, I didn't gain too much weight. I was 440, 450 pounds. You know, just giving them a guess estimate. Not even close. They told me, you're 674 pounds. I'm what? 674 pounds? I started talking to the doctor, asking him, is there anything we could do? He recommended I go to an in-house weight loss facility. I've seen them on TV. I've seen TV shows out of them. I've seen, documentaries of, 600-pound life, whatever, and like, oh, that'd be cool. Let's see if we can get it done. So we get home, but getting home was just terrible. So the ER could pick you up, take you to the hospital, from the ambulance into the hospital. Could do that. Insurance will cover you going into the hospital. We asked them, what are the options? You could do this. Like, everything was not going to work for us. We said we could get home, just help us into the car. They took the tarp, put me back on it, helped me like slide and shimmy, and like it was terrible trying to get into the car. But we did it. But now our problem was trying to get to the car to in the house. It took 6 grown men for me to get out of the house and into the ambulance. How are we going to do this ourselves? We called the fire department. They put me on a gurney. We literally went 6 inches to a foot at a time. 1, 2, 3, pull, and I pushed, and with my good foot left my bad foot in the air. Not make sure it doesn't hit anything, literally nothing, or I'm going to be screaming in pain. 1, 2, 3, pull, and we did that the whole way into the room, up the stairs, through the door, through the kitchen, through the hallway, in the bedroom. Like it was terrible. Back to this weight loss in-house facility. We started calling around, called everything in Washington State, called everything in Oregon, everything in Idaho, everything in California, everything in New Mexico, Arizona, anything in the western part. The majority of them said, no, we don't do that anymore. We find one, but then they say this is a facility mainly just for celebrities who want to lose weight. It's going to cost a lot of money. We don't take insurance. It's going to be cash, card, however you could pay. Costs a lot. We're not going to do that. So we meet with a weight loss surgery to help with the weight. They take us on as a client. Since we can't get there, they do their very first Zoom meeting appointment. They didn't know how to do it. We didn't know how to do it, so it's going to take us time for both of us to learn it. And he meets. We do our consultation. He says, this is perfect. We want to make sure you could lose the weight on your own. With my insurance, we got at-home care health now, since this whole ordeal happened with the ambulance, with the hospital, with the ER visit, and we finally got at-home care health. Every single week we had therapy. Every single week we had occupational therapists. Every single week we had physical therapists. We started with the basics of workouts. We're going to sit here and shadowbox. Started with the simplest of simple workouts. Sitting jumping jacks. We started with punches. We started with anything and everything we could do. Laying on the bed doing leg crabs. You know, my legs, just spread your legs, close on, spread your legs, close on. We did reverse crunches. You know, lay on your back, put your feet up, crunches. We did whatever workouts I could do. One of my best memories happened after doing this for months on end. Standing up for the first time. I don't know if you've ever been bedbound and stand up for the first time. It was emotional. It was amazing. It was literally this much, like enough for the hand to go under my butt. Took all my might just to stand up that much. 674 pounds of doing that. So these are all the things on my doctor's chart that I haven't shared in any videos. So we have gout, high blood pressure, which we're taking medicine. It dropped dramatically. It used to average 160 over like 90, or 170 over 95, or it was extremely high. Now it's at 130 over 70 or something like that, whatever the numbers are, but it is extremely lower. Martin's neuroma, plantar fasciitis, bursitis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, nerve damages up and down my hips, my sciatica nerve damage. I got, it's terrible. And with that being said, I want you to watch this video because this explains what I am doing now. I'll be walking to the track and field for the first time. I hope I succeed because I haven't done this yet. And here we go. Here's the path to the track and field. Hello and welcome if this is the first time you're seeing me. I am currently on a weight loss journey and better in my life journey. Started at 674 pounds and bedbound. One of my struggles was learning how to walk again. As you see right here, I'm actually walking a path that's really unstable. A lot of rocks and a lot of little tiny things in the way, which made this a lot more tougher than normal. And we got through it with minimal complication. At this point, my calves were on fire. This school right here, Hood Canal School, is where I went to school back in 1999. Yes, some of us are that old. With that being said, yes, some of us are born in the 1900s. Since the wife pushes me all the time, I wanted to push her. And we was just having a lot of fun on this. The workouts and exercises I do, I like to do the ones that I like to have fun. My tank wasn't quite on E, so I'm going to burn some of this energy I have. We was really close to the end, and I still had a lot of energy, so we went up and down the stairs. Now my calves are on fire. This is the last leg of this walk. I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm winded, I'm catching my breath, but I finished. I set a goal for myself, I accomplished my goal, and I'm sharing it with you guys.